Credit cards, hey, they're wonderful, they're convenient, easy to use, and make life a lot easier. But they have lots of information on them. And if that information falls into the wrong hands, it can cause you lots of trouble. That's the reason Congress passed the Fair and Accurate Credit Transaction Act. It's designed to safeguard the information that's on credit cards so that identity theft cannot take place and other wrongdoing can't occur. And that's what brings us to today's case. It involves a woman in Pennsylvania who went into a store, made a purchase, got a receipt, and on the receipt was not only part of her credit card number, but also the expiration date. She said, wait a second, hey guys, what's the story here? How many copies are there of this, and where is this information all going? The store wasn't able to give her a reasonable explanation. She wound up suing the store, and during the workup of this case, it was discovered that there were 1,600 other transactions the store had engaged in which they had printed receipts with a partial credit card number and an expiration date. Well, this gal was ticked off, obviously. She'd gone forward on this federal action, but the store said, what's the big deal? What's the big deal? You didn't suffer any harm. You didn't suffer any injury. Basically, all you had was some inconvenience here and a little concern that something could have happened. Your identity wasn't stolen. You didn't suffer any out-of-pocket expenses. She said, but isn't this what the law is all about? To prevent you, Mr. Store Owner, from doing this kind of stuff and having this kind of information get into the wrong hands. Well, the court heard it. Judge, after looking at the evidence on both sides and looking at the briefs that were filed, said, young lady, you are absolutely correct. The law was passed to safeguard this kind of information. And this isn't like a normal civil action where in order to bring suit you have to show some kind of harm. This is a civil action that's authorized by a federal act. Since the federal act authorizes this action, if the vendor, the guy selling the stuff, improperly used a credit card, displayed information that shouldn't have been displayed, well then you have a cause of action. And the judge allowed the case to go forward. The purpose of us bringing you this case this week is to let you know the kind of remedies you have available if your credit card information is being disclosed to others, isn't properly being handled by the store, by whoever is selling you things. And if that happens, you do have a federal case. Now, granted, it takes some time and effort to get there, but long story short, this should not happen, and the Congress has granted to anybody who has this happen to them the right to bring this case in court. Hey, I'm David Allen.